Well, hello, combat crew, and welcome back to the workshop, where we're finally going to do what I promised. It's taken a while, but things happen. We're going to work on the salmon ladder today. If you don't know, I've had a salmon ladder for about 4 years, but over time it's become dilapidated and unsafe. So, I'm tired of falling on my ass. So I'm going to reinforce the design that currently exists. Instead of revamping the entire thing, I'm going to just strengthen it so that I can reuse it again. And how I'm planning to do that is there's steel piping for the rungs on the salmon ladder. There's 1 inch diameter by 7 inch length, and they're bored in at a 45-degree angle to create the rungs for the salmon ladder. Those have begun to weaken over time. The holes are expanding and the wood is splitting, and so I have to protect the wood from splitting anymore. And my plan is to use these hose clamps, which are stainless steel, to go and kind of brace the wood in every 6 in-between sections. And then I'm going to use these. These are what is used to hold flagpoles to the wall. And hopefully, the material or the metal casted to make these is strong enough to not break. So I'm going to use extra precautions to make sure it doesn't. Like, add padding or spacing to the actual pole that's climbing the salmon ladder. And interior, I might put some padding in here to separate from the steel. Because I'm going to slip these over the current design. And they're both going to help each other to be stronger. And hopefully that works. Let's go outside. So now we're outside. So what I have here are a few things that I know I'm going to need, which is impact driver for the screws, because there will be 4 screws for each one of these. Drill to pre-drill those holes so we don't split the wood any more than it already is. Ladders to get high enough to get the top rung. Our hose clamps. Hopefully I can take them all apart and put it back together again. I don't know. And this is ray skin. This is ray skin, normally used for shoes to relieve pressure points and prevent blisters, but it is quite thick and robust, and so we're going to use that as padding to go around our pipe. This is what we climb the salmon ladder with. I'm going to use this to minimize shock at each impact point with this metal so that they don't break each other. That's the plan anyway. So now we gotta just get to unboxing. There's 8 of them. This is an old camera. One we used to film the MK11 fight under the bridge. There they're all unboxed. We have 8 of these. Let's get to the salmon ladder. And if you've never seen the salmon ladder before, this is the previous design. You can see the cracks forming in it. This is the 1 inch diameter pipe by 7 inches, bored in at a 45-degree angle. And for the most part, they've held up quite well for about 2.5 years. But for the last 1.5 years, I haven't been able to use it because I've had to repair these. And I don't trust it to hold my weight anymore. These are 4x4s, 12 feet tall, bored 2 feet into the ground with some cement around the pole to keep them firmly in place. I should probably say the dimensions. Each rung is approximately 12 inches apart. The top 2x4s up there are to keep them from separating or coming into each other. It doesn't really stop them from twisting or anything, but it helps. This is the baby assessment. So let's get up here and start putting it in place. Now you should be able to see how this is going to work. These are simply going to slip over the top of these, and we're going to screw them in to the post. And hopefully, it works. Now, the angles aren't perfect, and that's what's affecting the seating. They're not sitting flat. That's going to be an issue. Especially now. Do some adjustments to make sure that they're all flush as best we can. Or I can use clamps. Clamps. This way, each time I go to do one of these, just move them up. Get the required tension. Okay. Now I just got to do that a bajillion more times. Premium screws come with these. I just sheared it. Once you discover the miracle that is the star bit head shape of a screw, you start to hate Phillips. I hate Phillips. That's how you get one out and stripped. I'm going star head. Star head. Saber drive. They call them different things, depending on where you're from. It's called a multi-purpose screw. That is star-headed. They have the best holding retention, the best anti-shear strength. There's a divot. Start of the screw. That means you don't have to pre-drill your holes. If the wood is soft and fragile, you still have to pre-drill it just to make sure that it doesn't split. But with that little channel in here, you don't have to pre-drill the holes to start. It starts very, very easily. And if you get them in a pack like this, it comes with the head that's used to actually screw them in, so you don't need to buy the bits. I was giving it the benefit of the doubt trying to use the screws that came with it, but they're a zinc alloy. So, they're and so we're going to use the star multi-purpose, and now I won't have to actually pre-drill the holes anymore. These screws are badass. Not a sponsor. Top run! Ah! I gotta do the other side. There we go. What I'm gonna do now is mark where I think the wrap should go. From where to where. Thinking there. There. Wrap, just in case the shock is too much for this alloy. Woo! Scented. We're gonna wrap gray skin around pipe like a tsuka. Not really. Come on. Come on, I need you. There we go. Big band-aid. Now, we gotta get these around the holes. I only have 6 of these hose clamps, so I'm going to probably go top, middle, bottom. Should be okay. So for these, I needed a 5/16 and a 1/4 adapter to go in the drill. Now it fits in there. We'll tighten and loosen it. Try not to tighten it too much because I would split the edges of the wood anyway. If I went too tight, it's basically a retention. That's one side. Up top. Woo. I got a surprise for you too. You may not have seen, I made quintuple steps out of tires. As you can see, these lead up to the salmon ladder as the first and second obstacle. Isn't that interesting? If you have a tire shop nearby, call them. They probably have tires they don't want anymore. Yeah, so look them up if you've got a tire center near you that has used tires that are useless and they're trying to get rid of them. They'll give them to you. Repurposing tires is a very good idea. Helps the environment. They even sent a truck out. Just delivered the tires. And so, we repurpose them for the quintuple steps. And be sure when you're burying tires to go 1/3 of the way down at least. 1/3 to half. Because you want enough earth to be able to stop the wobble from happening. You want to drill holes in the tire first for drainage so that no water pools in it and gets all gross. And also, you want to pour water around when you fill the dirt back in on purpose so that you remove all the little air spaces in between each grain of sand. And so it packs better. So, in doing this comes a lot of hope. I hope that doesn't fail, because this is the first time I'm going to use it since we made it together. 2, I hope I can still do it. Haven't done it in years. Alright, here we go. Yeah, good. I didn't realize how big my pants were. Yeah. Whoops. I'm okay. I'm used to it. That's the reason why I decided to fix it in the first place. Because that happened a few times when it wasn't my fault and the rungs came out. What did hurt is be mindful when you use a salmon ladder. Don't have rings on your hand. It pinches the skin of your palm in between the bar and the ring, and you get blisters. So that popped, but super glue. Yeah. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed watching me fall and also make the salmon ladder better. And I probably am going to do more things, more like suspension things to kind of continue that forward after that, obviously. But for right now, I'm just glad to have done it. That was the big thing that I needed to get done to kind of start this whole process going. Quintuple steps, salmon ladder, then we'll figure it out. Hope you guys enjoyed watching, and subscribe, like, comment, all that stuff. Click the little bell icon to get notified when we make things, whatever the hell they're going to be, and we'll see you guys next time on whatever the hell it is we're going to do next. Bye-bye.